Hey guys, welcome to the part 2 of this tutorial, and in this time we will be designing this layout. So from this wireframe to this nicely layout in Photoshop. So first thing you will need to do is download a grid. So go to 960.gs and click this big OL download button. So while waiting to download this, let's take a look at the layout. So as you can see, I'm using 12 grid column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that every layout is balanced, or every column is balanced. Like in this section, since it's 4 column, so 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I'm using in every column I'm using 3 grids for plan, design, develop, and launch. And in this section, the same also 4 grids, or I mean 3 grids, 4 columns. And on the footer section, I'm using 3 columns. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4, 8, 12. Let's see. So go ahead and open the Nathan grid system. Extract files and go to templates, Photoshop, and this 960 grid 12 call. So once you've opened it, let's change the size by pressing Ctrl Alt C or Command Alt, or I don't know in Mac. So in Windows, Ctrl Alt C. So let's make this 1400, and for the height for this time, let's make it 2500. Make sure the anchor is on top, so when you click it, we have this nice workspace to work on. And to turn on the guides, just press on Control colon, or you can view it to View, Show Guides. So Show Guides, or to make it quick, just press Control colon to turn it on and off. So the next thing is to plan what are the fonts to be used. So I'm planning to have a handwritten logo for just a quick one. So let's go to Google Fonts and download Lobster 2. So this is a nice like handwritten type of font or cursive. So just add to collection, no need to register, and click on use and check this and download zip file. So I have it right here. So extract files. So let's just cancel it. And copy this to the font section or the fonts folder and paste it. So now it's there. And for the heading section or the heading text right here, I want it to be a Museo type because I'm inspired of Web Designer Depot headings. As you can see their website. So as you can see right here, it's not a Museo type, but the one I'm searching or kinda closer to that font is Museo. And it says right here that Museo font family has 5 weights, 100 to 900. 3 weights are absolutely free, which is good. And let's try to look at this at my fonts. So Museo here. So from 300 to 700 is free. So go ahead and download this one and install it to the fonts folder. So once you've got it, the next thing to decide is what is the color scheme of the website. A great place to select color scheme is Color Lovers. This website showcasing great color scheme, like for example the trends for websites. As you can see, when you scroll down, here are some popular websites like Box, Foursquare, Groupon. So in my scheme, I can't remember where I selected, but the main thing here, the combination is a red one and a lighter shade of gray, some 9A, 9C, 9F, and for the main background is color white, and for this section right here is color F2, F2, or we can actually change that to EE, EE to make it more noticeable. So the contrast is lighter gray and then white, and for the buttons here is gray, and for the call to action button is red, and also for the links it's red. So for the headings, for H1, like here, we will be using Museo font, as well as here for headings. Here, some titles, headings for each widget, like for testimonials, blog, and Twitter feed. So let's get started of what we're gonna making. So create a new layer right here, and for the header section, what I usually do is create a rectangle shape and place it on the center like that, and then first I change the color so that I can see it, and then the next thing is to add the elements on this section. So for example, here, or let's based on our wireframe. Oh damn, I've closed it. Mockflow. Come on, faster. While it's loading, so as we know that the logo is right here and the navigation links is here. So for the logo, let's just create a quick one. So maybe search for Lobster 2, and the logo or the website name is Dip. So Dip, and let's lower the size to 48, I think, or 60, and let's make this italic. So something like that, and make sure it is centered. So I'm going to center this out by selecting both layers and hit this aligned horizontally. So now the logo is in place. So this is just a quick logo to demonstrate. And the next one is the navigation. Just always remember to group your layers. Like for this one, navigation. Then I'm going to add a navigation. I'll be using the font Helvetica for this. Let's make it 14 or 16. So first one is home. Make sure it's the same on our Warframe. So as far as I remember, home. Next one is about us. The third one is services. The next one is blog, and the last one is contact us. Make sure it is aligned by selecting all the layers and click this one and place it right here. Also, to align it, click on this folder and pressing Ctrl and select the layer, and click this again to align it vertically. Let's see. So home, about us, services, blog, contact us. So we did it right. And then for the spacing, I want this to be 20 pixels or 40 pixels from each other. So by pressing Shift and the left arrow key, this will create a spacing of 10 pixels. So 40 pixels, let's press it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. The same for services. Why is it this is not aligned? One, two, three, four. Services. 1, 2. No. Services 1, 2, 3, 4. About us and home 1, 2, 3, 4, and the home is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that our navigation is in place, let's create the banner part. So it's a matter of placing the elements first before styling. So let's make it about, let's see how much I space this out. So it's 530, I think. 540. So to make this easier, just make a 1600 by 540 pixels. Yep. And center this out like that. And we can get exactly what we need. And then the next one is this browser right here, show guide. So I want the browser to be 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah. So first thing is to just create a shape first and make it something that looks like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like that, just to know the actual layout. And then let's paste the heading text. Type, paste lorem ipsum. For the heading, let's just take this out and then center it and make it I think 48 is good, or maybe 36. I think the logo is still bigger, so maybe 48 will be fine for this one. Center it again. And for this one, if we're going to change this to Museo, make this 700. Let's try what we have here. We build well-designed websites, and then the text right below it, we'll just make it let's just copy this and lower the size to 18 pixels, and for this time just make it white and paste it 1 2 3 4. And then for this one, for the call to action button, let's see, get started. So first, just create a get started text. Let's make this Helvetica and bold. So group this and make this CTA, and this one right here is the text, so banner. Now this is the header that contains navigation and the logo. Just type logo. And then this is for the browser, just a dummy one to show, and space this out correctly. Maybe let's try the right font for this is 14. So change everything to 14 pixels, something like that. Let's align it again. I'm not sure why is it that blog is not aligning properly. Zoom in and bring this down, something like that. Then let's create that line separator. So on the header, create a line using line tool right here and make it like that. So where is that header? So that separator, bring this down a bit like that and bring it back in, and then space this out again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for the get started, let's try maybe 16. And for the button, maybe 44. Yeah, so 44 is the height, and for the width, so what I usually do to create a perfect button is to Control T to see the size right here, 90 pixels, and then I will add 20 pixels on the left and right, so this will make 130. So below it, create a 130 on width and 44 pixels on height. Then center this out. For this time, just make it temporary, or maybe something like that, just to see what exactly happening there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's add that learn more text. So more. Let's learn more. So 1, 2, and let's create a line for that, something like that. Space this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that is great. And then select all and then center it. Now I'm align horizontal, this is align vertical, so sorry for that mistake. Yeah, so something like that one. So we have this layout right here, and for this one, let's make this 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Just to make sure it is right. And for this one, on this part, let's create again 38 plus 40 is 90. No, I mean 78. Yeah, 78 by, let's make it 34. Let's try 78 by 34. Yep, that's right. 1 2. Let's make this black for this time. Center, and everything is centered. Align it again. 1 2. Move the separator, something like that. And then to make this is as a browser, so let's create above it and make this something maybe 30 pixels, I think is fine. So for 60 by 30, for 60 by 30. Something like that. And using the path selection tool, switch to direct selection tool and move this like that, as well as here. And for this time, make it black. Then let's create that 3 buttons, like maybe 8 pixels. Align it vertically. Maybe 1. Space it out correctly. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Maybe something like that is great. And in this part, we can actually remove this using the pen tool. Just hover on and the minus sign will come up, and click it so that that path will be disappeared. And then align it again by grabbing this and place it right there. The same also here. So something like that one, so that when we're going to resize this, it's perfectly fitted there. And if we're going to duplicate this one, so browser group 1 and 2 from the back, 2 3. Let's place this right here and the other one right here. What I'm going to do is to shrink this 90% and align this again right there and right there. Then make sure to fix the unnecessary pixelated part, like this one, and make sure it's it's crisp. The same to the other side. So something like that will do. Let's see if we done it right based on our design right here. If we space it correctly. So I think we needed more space. So something like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then the browser will be 1 2 3 4. So something like that. So let's make it like that. So basically what we are doing now is just transferring this wireframe into Photoshop before we're going to style it. Once we finish placing all the elements, now we can play on the color schemes and drop shadows to style this one. So let's move ahead on this section. So what I'm planning to do is create a 4 section. Let's just try to 4 column. So 1 2 3. First thing is to add a dummy text and change this to Helvetica. Make the font size to 14. Make this type paste lorem ipsum. Adjust the formatting to maybe 18 or 24. Just make it 18 to be safe, and then remove some text, something like that. And then for the heading, this is, or just plan, design, develop. So first heading is plan. Make it 18 or 24. Make this Museo 700. Make this a darker, and then center this out by selecting the grid using marquee selection tool and align it horizontally like that. Space it out right, 1 2 3 4 or 3 maybe. 1 2 3 4. We need another one for the icon, so just make it So before that, let's try to make it something like this. Duplicate it, or maybe we will start by creating those icons. First is create this 5 pixels and make it noticeable. place it like there. Well, it is selected. Switch to ellipse tool, and the size for this will be 100, and then move this using the path selection tool, and then align this correctly right there. And then Control C and Control V to copy it and move it right here. Copy again and move it like that. Then align it again. Align it correctly there. And this one, 1, 2, 3, right there. 1, 2, 3, right there. And inside of this one, copy it again and Control V, and then transform it to make it 90 pixels like that, and then move it over to the center. So make sure it's aligned well like that, and change the color to actually we need to separate this, so let's just make another layer 90 by 90 pixels and place this on the center like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. Then merge these layers. And then the next is align this out 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe 3 is fine, and then place it again like that. Make sure it is aligned correctly. So something like that. Just align it well. So plan, design, develop, and launch. Make sure it is aligned also. So that one, this one, and this one. Next is the read more. So this is for icons. Group that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the first column, let's create a more and then let's type in, let's make it 12 pixels, read more, make this Helvetica, and just make it bold. And create a 34 C63. So let's just add 10 pixels or 15 pixels on left and right, so that will make 93 by 34. This is kind of huge for me. Compared to this one, I've decided to make it 24, but I think this one is much better. Yeah, so let's just stick to this one. Space it correctly, 1 2 3 4. So what we're actually doing here right now is we are concerned with the placement of the elements. So make sure that the spacing is consistent and correct. Like for example, right here we space out 40 pixels. So what we're doing here, I will space this later on, maybe 40 pixels, so that it is balanced. Duplicate this. No. So on the 3 and 4, more copy and move it. Something like that is great. So the best place to find icons or temporary icons is icon monster. Yeah, monster without e.com, and make sure your extension ad block is disabled, because you are not able to download it with that ad block is turned on. So what I've got here is time, laptop, settings, and I don't know what that is. So as far as I remember, so time, so here, laptop, here, develop is just gear. Which one I use? I think it's this one. On the other one is, I forgot about it, but let's find it. So here, where is it? I think it's on view. Nope. So here, yeah, it's on view. And let's go ahead and download this one. Download, 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 and download. Show in folder, select all and grab it there. So place it on the icons folder right there, and we're going to resize it to 32. So Control T, and then until it reach on 32 pixels like that. Then we're going to place it. So time icon will be here, 3D view will be launch, gear icon will be develop, and laptop icon will be on design. I think I've created this too big, or yeah, I think it's right. So make sure it is placed correctly, and make sure this is centered as well. No, this one for 3D view, center it as well, gear icon, center it, laptop icon, center it like that. Then what we do next is to space this correctly. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, because we spaced this out 6, and we're going to space this out 6 as well. And then let's create a background for this 4 column, so they are sitting on a very light shade that is closer to white. So it doesn't matter, the width is not perfect, but make sure the spacing is correct. So 1 2 3 4, and then Control T to transform, make this E for this time, and just make it something like noticeable, like that one. Or let's make this more and more, so that it's even, 60 and then 60. This time will be for the portfolio part. So create one and then portfolio. So let's take a look at it. Right here we have a heading title, some text, a view more, or maybe let's make this our portfolio, and then 3 columns that showcase our design preview for our portfolio. So that is quick and easy. So first one is the portfolio. So let's just copy this text, paste it right there, and let's make this 1 2 3 4 5 6. picture portfolio. One, two, three, four, five, six. And then for the text, let's copy this and paste it again right there. Align this to the left. Make this 1, 2, 3. And let's create a link. Our portfolio. Let's make this bold. One, two, three, four. So, and then we need to create the preview of our recent works for our portfolio. So to create that, select rounded rectangle tool right here and set the radius to 3 pixels. And then group this first. And create another group and create a rectangle about 220 by 150, or let's make it 160. So 220 by 160. Let's make it like that. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then below it, we'll need to add a title of this certain project. So for example, first web designer, and let's make this 14 pixels. Align it 20 pixels below the image, and let's add a category, for example web design. And then change this to Helvetica 12 pixels and make this lighter shade of gray. Want to duplicate this one, place it right there, make sure it is aligned properly to the grid. Something like that. So this is the advantage of we are using grid. It makes our workflow more easier and faster by just following these columns, and we have this margins in every columns so that it is aligned well. So that's it for the portfolio part. Let's create a new folder and name this clients. For the clients, let's just take the theme forest logos, theme forest logos. So here, just download this right here, download logos, and locate it on the download section. And where did I put that? So here, extract files, and open the PSD file, and here it goes. Just merge it by just selecting the folder and Control Alt E to merge it, and select all by pressing Control A and Control X to cut it. Then go back to our design right here and paste it over. So this is the first one. Let's do the same on theme forest. Cut it. Theme forest. Next is Code Canyon. And the last one will be, let's try ActiveDen. So something that looks like that. And let's align this up. And make sure they are aligned on the center as well. Oops. I've got the wrong one. So let's align this. And also for ActiveDen. And for theme forest. Then what we will do is group this one and make it original, duplicate it, and then merge it all by pressing Ctrl E, then go to Image Adjustment, Desaturate, and lower the opacity to 50%, something like that. Place it 60 pixels below. 1 2 3 4 5 6, or maybe add more, like 120 pixels below. So add 6 more. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So something like that to have a breathing space for the clients section. And next will be the footer section, which compose of heading titles for testimonials or blog and latest tweets, and some social links and navigation links. So create another folder and make this footer footer. Let's close this and let's go back to our Warframe. So testimonials. So what we're going to do is add a heading text. So and make it 18 pixels or 16. Make this Museo 700, and then let's add the image. Grab the rounded rectangular tool and create a 60 pixels by 60 pixels, and then place this 1, 2, 3, 30 pixels below, and let's add a text. Change this to Georgia, change the font size to 14, and go to type, paste some dummy text, and just erase. So maybe something like that will do. Here. And make this italic. One, two, three, four, five. Something like that. And make this lighter. Yeah, that will do. And then let's add the name and the website URL. So John Doe, let's make this Helvetica, make it bold, and below it is the website link, domain.com. Just make it 12. One, two, three. So 14, 14, 16, or maybe 18 will do. 1, 2, 3. Group this out and name this to testimonials. Next is the blog section. So duplicate the group and place it right there. Name this to our latest post. Erase this. And just change this to Museo and make it 700. Just erase. And add a date and posted by admin. So the date for today is June 4, 2013, and make this 12. Helvetica as well, and then posted by admin. So something like that, and increase this spacing to 24. Then erase this, add a separator by using line tool, and make this lighter. Something like C for now. And then align it 20 pixels, 1, 2. Make this block, duplicate the layers, or I mean group it and duplicate it, place it below, 1, 2, and one last, 1, 2, and make sure you hide the last separator, something like that. Duplicate the blog and make this latest tweets, drag it right there, make this our latest tweets. Let's just grab of what I did here. So erase this one, make it like that one, and then create a thumbnail for the image. 1, 2, duplicate it again, erase this one, bring it down 20 pixels, do it again, 20 pixels. Make sure to hide the last separator and then name it like that. So latest tweets, blog, and testimonials. So basically what we are doing now is just placing all the elements and focused on aligning and playing some dummy contrast of the text, like this one should be darker, like that. Just to have an idea on later on so that we can focus on styling this one. Also, heading should be darker. And what's good about this is we are just looking and focusing on the placements and the arrangements of the elements. So we have this visual presentation of our whole website. So if we compare this one, we have this a general idea of what is the website will look like. But in this one, we have a clear version but unstyled layout. So as you can see, our layout is getting in shape, and it will more look good later on if we style this. So here is our final, something like that. So let's go back here, and as you can see, there is this separator. So what we're gonna do is to, in this footer section, we will create a new layer, and that will automatically be on the very bottom. And using shape tool, rectangle tool, let's create a big rectangle and make this white, and let's apply a stroke. So C, okay, and let's align this 1 2 3 4 5 6. As well as here. It's correct. So, and align it again over here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And lastly, the copyright. Place it inside the footer, and let's just duplicate this text right here, drag it to the copyright section, select all, click this one, and that will bring it down. And let's apply a color overlay to this one. Make this 1 2 3 4 5 6, and align it. Then place it 60 pixels below, and let's create that social media icons for Facebook and Twitter. So follow us. Follow us on Twitter. Let's grab a Twitter icon. And some Facebook icon. duplicate this one and bring it over to our design and make them both 16 pixels by 16 pixels. You can see it right here on the information panel that it's on 16 by 16. So follow us on Twitter. It's for the Twitter icon, and let's make this 12 pixels. So 1 and so Twitter, this is Facebook. So let's make this like us on Facebook. 1. Then name it Facebook. So make sure everything is organized. So Twitter, Facebook. Then Control T to see the dimension 135 by 14. And let's add 20 pixels or 15 pixels on left and right. That will make 165. So set the radius to 3 by using rounded rectangle tool, and then 135 plus 30, that will be 165 by, let's make the height to 34. So this is awesome. And for the icon itself, for this time, let's make it white by applying color overlay, and then align this both to the center. Something like that one. Do the same on Facebook. Control T, 134, so 164, 164 by 34, and space it out. Apply a color overlay, white for this time, and align it properly like that, and place it. For the pixels below, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then lastly will be the copyright text. So copyright 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Copyright dip. I'll just make it like that. 2013. Let's make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make it center. Place it 40 pixels below. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's make this 12 as well. Space this out correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Footer links. And center it out again. Yeah, let's make this 14, but I think 12 will be fine. Let's just paste this correctly for the Facebook and Twitter social icons. Center it out like that, as well as the copyright text. Let's see if it's aligned perfectly. I guess so. So from the header part, so home, let's fix this. Let's make this -50. Yeah, something like, or maybe -25 will do. And let's make it thicker, something like that will do, so it is more noticeable. So we just transferred from this wireframe, from our general idea, to a mock-up that is unstyled. We are focusing only on the spacing and the text that is on. For the heading we have Museo, and for the text itself is Helvetica, and here on the testimonial section we change it to Georgia, and we've created this images symbol to be placed of actual images later on, and we will color the links to its proper colors and the style of this one. For the read more buttons, these icons right here, the background itself, the button, the browser, and some highlights to make it more presentable and more awesome to look at. And one thing, I think we will make this bold. So I think we've finished to transfer our wireframe into Photoshop. The only thing left is to style this, but I will do it on the next video. So I'll see you guys on the next one.